Guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Take the left. You want to do all equal because there's big inequality in South Africa. Yep. But before we continue, let's get our comments because our comments they can get us what they're talking about. I don't know why people are so stressed. If the guy wants to join, then he can. We have the love for this kind of who gain momentum. Welcome to the struggle for justice, comrade. You see, they welcome to the struggle for justice, comrade. This man knows his story. A good move was show them that white can join black-dominated organizations, just like blacks join white-dominated organizations. Good man will never regret. He looks well fit. Okay, EFF, I'm laughing so much, I'm crying. True that, my brother. It's a marketing strategy that is working. I would not surprise if it was not the same company. If anyone in ANC seriously and ANC corruption, they should leave and join EFF. It's a party for corruption haters. The corruption in ANC is this. We speak in corruption for 10 years. You can see this comment 10 years, 7 years, 7 years. We still speak about the corruption. And this corruption that we are seeing is happening today in court. People their testimony about the corruption, which is Julius Malema was talking about the corruption 10 years back about the corruption of this country, but no one did not listen. But men like this, who understand the goal that we need to accomplish or achieve Africans, he said, like, I'm going to join EFF because of, based on how he talk future, and based on his action, we can see he loves his people. All the people who join EFF, if you join EFF, you are the child of Julius Malema. If you join EFF, you are the child of Julius Malema. Yes, South African has changed the past decade for the West. If we're a white, especially African, will take the time to understand the advantage of what EFF win, I mean the majority votes EFF. Good. Let's listen. Let's give him a chance to speak.
Threatened by all these statements?
Noise is like a tin with a stone in. It's making noise, but it's doing nothing. And because we know that I come from a say that against black people in this country.
But what was your motivation as a white African speaking?
As a white, this guy is a white Afrikaner. Because I remember in last, oh my God, network, I have a problem of network. Network is giving me problems, but it's good now, it's good, proper. I remember when I was watching the past, when we watched the past and the Afrikaner team, they were saying like we'll never allow ANC to lead us, and things change, man. Things change, and that's beautiful. If people they can, what is happening to our country, and able to contribute to what is happening to our country. This is so beautiful to show like we're adapting and we understand the struggle that happened and we are willing to contribute and we are willing to change this country by joining EFF. You understand? This is so beautiful and it shows how these people understand how this thing can change. You understand? Because of we join based on the actions. You understand? You don't join because of the sake of joining a political party. You join based on the person present the party. How always in parliament, because you can always see like Julius Malema in parliament is making sure everyone is taking responsibility, everyone is taking accountability. We all know that. Unless if we're going to deal with people who are and people who say like there's no such thing. We say like there's no such thing. We all know that. To say like you understand? So yeah.
A person in South Africa to join the EFF?
The 7 pillars of strength of EFF. When you read in the constitution and the policies of EFF. It makes a lot of sense for us to be wealth control country to where the majority of the people in this country can experience also economic freedom and don't live anymore from hand to mouth, where they can come into a job situation, create sustainable job.
It's like when you read the 7 pillars of EFF, I think the 7 pillars of EFF is the one that focuses on this. But since we are here, I would like the 7 what EFF is standing for. I'm going to show you the 7 pillars of EFF. You understand? So that you can all understand 7 pillars of EFF. When you say like 7 pillars of EFS, to understand what they're fighting for. You understand? This is so beautiful to understand like why this guy mentioned the 7 pillars of EFF. So like now, listen, this thing is not. I don't do it. I do it for educational video. It's not for to play. This thing is an educational video, so that people can understand why this guy he moved as an African man, as an Afrikaner to EFF and mention the 7 pillars of EFF. So like now, like I said, I'm going to show the screen why when you talk about the 7 pillars of EFF. 7 pillars of EFF is this one. So I want you to read and able to understand what are the 7 pillars of EFF he's talking about. You understand? It's like it's different to other politics and it's making sense. As you can see, these are 7 pillars of EFF, economic freedom fighter. Make sure everyone, especially Black South African, gets fair share of their country wealth, control big industry like banks and mines and farms. Because of what happened during apartheid, Black people have forcefully removed to their own land. And we understand that what happened during apartheid, like now, is coming back to whites, because we have whites people who are living in poor conditions, who are living in informal settlements. Fight for them. And we're going to focus on the land reform, give land back to South Africans, the land without paying if you need it, so everyone can use it. So he said like to give the land back to Black South Africans without paying if it's needed, so everyone can use it. Everyone is not use the land, can use everyone. For example, we have whites who are living in informal settlement. They're going to need that land to build their own houses for their own kids, and that's what EFF is going to contribute to everyone. Education, make education free and good for everyone. Teach skills that help young people to get jobs. And then this is healthcare, make hospital and medicine available for everyone. Make sure healthcare good. Social justice, fighting against racism, sexism, unfair treatment, help the poor and weak people. So work rights, protect workers, make sure they get fair pay, safe jobs, and work good in condition. Political freedom, make sure everyone can vote and have say government. Fight corruption and make it responsible to people. You understand? These are the pillars, like the leader mentioned it. So like the reason I joined EFF, I went through the policies, I went through the 7 pillars, and I said like, oh my God, this is what they're fighting for. Let me join them. Remember, this video is an educational video. It's not about whatever you are thinking. You understand? We are just here educating our people and to understand why people they went to join EFF.
Where people can live. I mean, we are moving away 20 years later, and we have to now look at the situation where we move away from reconciliation onto justice. So that people can have justice. You cannot reconcile with people that does not want to reconcile.
But there are those who are calling you a political so is that
No,
accusation justified?
No, I was 16 years in the ANC. And
so like now, people don't trust you because of you move to this party and you move to another party. So people get a bit confused, like, why? It's kind of like you don't know yourself, you understand? But the beautiful thing is he's able to defend himself by saying like, no, that time I was 16 years old. You understand? I was 16 years old, I was so young. But like when I check EFF, yes, let's go.
I left the ANC because it doesn't make any sense anymore. I've got nothing against the ANC as such, but the leader of the ANC is EFF was not there when Agang was established. I listened to the leader of Agang quite extensively, followed her, and I got a call from her to come over. She discussed it with me, and I believed she could bring a change. But obviously, within the closed doors of that specific party.
So since he joined two parties before EFF, and he said, like, when I joined ANC, there was no EFF, and the party was taking us to direction we don't want. And the one is just mentions like, like I pay for cars, but at the back door, hey, things are doing there was lying to communities. But when I EFF, I checked the quality. And I checked someone who go to court for fighting for equality. Even the AfriForum doing all they can to put Julius Malema in court. And you can see if someone's going to court just like that, he gives lives, you understand? He gives him to explain, you understand? Because people they are watching and people they be like, we never know there is a EFF that can join by White Afrikaner. But man, there is it, we see it. This is so good, man. This kind of like good motivation. This is kind of the good motivation to show like this is a good educational video to show like EFF is here for everyone. You understand? And you can go to check the 7 pillars. You can go to check the video of Julius Malema. And if you believe like Julius is playing with us, that's a choice, But what the part is saying like the reason he mentioned the reason why you joined EFF, and EFF is big, EFF is growing, EFF is big, man. Everyone talks about EFF. What makes EFF big? Then we need to start there. What makes everyone to know EFF? Because of what's fighting for people. People, if you are fairly dismissed, if you are treating well in organizations, was just fighting, even in parliament, when our leaders said, I'm going to do this and they don't do it. Who was standing there? EFF. When we look at the videos I read about the parliament, when our leaders say like we're going to do this, and then they don't do it, who was standing on their neck? Who is standing on their neck? Say like we're going to do this and don't do it. Who's fighting corruption? EFF, Julius Malema. Mm, 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 mm. Like he mentioned something that oh my God, he said like change is painful and change will happen. He speaks like Julius Malema. Straight, that is clear he loves Julius Malema. He said like change is painful, but change will happen. The change for everyone who's staying in Africa. Because of if like EFF is not taking over, guys, rich will remain rich. I'm telling you. Rich will remain rich, poor will remain poor. Even though you can go to school and get degree, you're going to get that salary, that 20,000 salary per month and buying car with loan and buying whatever. But someone who owns the land is creating millions every month, thousand every month, and you can't beat that person. So the rich are going to remain the richer, the poor are going to remain the poorer. This is why I understand him when he said it, because I understand it very well. Mm, 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 mm. He said like they need to come to the table. You know, like what he said. He said like they need to come to a table. If they don't come to a table, if they don't come, they're gonna cry. They must come to table and they must come to negotiate. This is what he's saying. He said like, please come to the table. Let's negotiate. He's saying that. He's saying that it's like come to the table. If they don't come to the table, oh my God. Hmm? He's saying like come to the table. If they don't come to the table, then we're going to lose. That's what he was saying. Wow.
Way back, actually, I've been with the EFF. Due to them helping and assisting the poor, not only the rich. The rich just get richer, the poorer just gets poorer.
This is what I just mentioned, poorer. It's like you're listening to me. This is what I said, like man, the rich will remain the rich and the poorer will remain the poorer. And what I said, she said it the way I said it. To say like the rich will remain the rich, the poorer will remain the poorer. I said that. I said that. And she said the same thing I said. Mm. This thing is a future, man. People they can come with their own this thing in the future can see they try to do to cover potholes. These are doing a beautiful job. But just imagine if they can do this with their own budget when they get the power, what will happen? What will happen if they get own power? That means there won't be potholes. There won't be potholes if they get back to the power. Mm, yeah. Yes. Yeah, at least like why they can notice now, it's like this is why they don't care for us. You understand? Recently, I was watching this podcast where Penuel asked the white lady to say like why white people are suffering. He asked that questions, and he said like obvious when you say black, they won't say pop, they're going to say apartheid, which is the truth. He said like why the suffering? You understand? So I don't know why they're suffering, but like now we have lots of them struggling, and EFF can go to take care of them. You understand? EFF can go and to take care of them. This how EFF works. It's go there to show love with them. So like I love you. What's wrong? Where can we help? Mm, mm, Only EFF can care about the poor. He's only speaking for them every time. But everyone he does not even like try even to put them on the table. Only EFFs come there to say like there are people who are suffering, will never suffer. Hmm. If like you can experiment, I think I need to do a video about that. I need to do a video about that. All white people who stay with black people sharing the experiment of staying with black people. They will tell you, black people will believe in Ubuntu, working as a team, loving each other, helping each other. In African culture, we call it the child in the street. That's the child. Your father in the street. That's your father. We are working like that. So, like, if you're a child in the street, the father in the street is responsible to take care of you, to help you. But the moment you lose that, like now, focus on us, me as individual. To say like, I don't care what's happening about this child. You're not going to work. In the African culture, the child in the street, that's a child. The child in the street, that's a child. You understand? You can't be like, it's not my child and what. That's what African women do. Ubuntu, Butu. We call it Butu in my language. You can't, if like there's a child in the street, that's your child. And you can't allow something bad happen to that child because of your responsibility now. Mm, mm, mm. Definitely, everyone have the rights to live. Everyone have the rights to food, access to food. You understand? Everyone have those rights. And it's so beautiful to share the story like this. So like, since I'm with Black, they help me. Because remember, during apartheid, whites they were benefiting everything. Whites they were benefiting everything. And then when others, maybe they misuse the benefits they got during apartheid, they have no place to stay. Because of, I don't know, maybe they don't care about each other. They have no place to stay. They need to come to stay in the street or informal settlement. There's a videos that I done reaction about them. We were like, whites are staying in informal settlement. You understand? And she's saying like, me, these people help me. Help me. Mm. You see? He said like, I will never vote for everyone else but the EFF. So people they can say people they can say whatever they want to say about Julius Malema. People they can come with group and saying whatever they want to say about Julius Malema. But this man, he's the hope to those who lost hope. He's the future for those who lost future. He's the voice to those who are voiceless. He's the hope to those who are hopeless. He's the voice with the hopeless. He's the do distance. He's the do. He's the do. He's the hope. The hope. Like you can say anything about Julius Malema, man. Just for me to sing, but like people, it warmed my heart, and to see people get help and people to access things they need. Does touch my heart. I don't know, it touched my heart so bad. And I love stories like this because they are so educational.
She voted DA the last time around and says that she only ever saw them in the run-up to the elections. Oom Havenga feels the same. His family has been residing at Lulu's place for 17 years.
Look, man, White Afrikaner, they see the work of EFF. And then when they say those people, they don't care about them. They don't care about them, but only EFF is the one say like, oh, but you guys, where can you help? Join with their love. They see when they're with EFF members. But even though they can be with they can be with ANC members, it's going to get the same treatment based on how black people treat people from outside, whether you're Indian or what. See, it's so beautiful.
Last year, the EFF started cleaning up her plot.
They were the only party to assist me in cleaning my property. I don't have the finances to do that anymore. They are also the only party that is
Wow, man, it's just so beautiful, man. We need stories. We need stories like this, and you can tell she's like the only part, man, that's been there helping me to clean my property, and because of she understands the struggle in poverty, she took all White Afrikaner struggling to stay on her property. So like, come to stay on my property, understand the struggle, understand what you're going through. Even me, I'm suffering, but when I'm with EFF, I can see the light. I can see the light based on what she said, and you take it that you summarize for yourself. You summarize by yourself.
helping us due to having not electricity for 3 months. To help us through that. There were none.
When the opportunity came during by-elections this year to put up her hand to serve as a new local ward councillor, Lulu didn't hesitate.
The misinterception.
Wow. She deserves lost. She deserves a snap. You see, like the reason I stand as a mayor, people they have done me sound like EFF is only for blacks, you understand? Yeah, which is the truth. The people they believe like that. She said the reason I stand here is to show people that EFF does not work like that. It's for everyone and it helps me. You see me today where I am. You see me, oh, my yard is being clean because of EFF. She's saying that. She's saying that. So like, you see me today standing here because of EFF. You can see how she looks. She's standing here today. Because of EFF. Only EFF.
Prove to all of them that they are wrong. What they see in the EFF is
Comprises a mix of rich and poor, mostly white South African.
She's speaking the truth, man. Only the truth. But I just like people are watching this and they're learning from this. Because people don't know that the side. It's like the reason I'm standing here and running SM is to tell the world. Because people they believe EFF is for black people. It's like no. They help me to clean my yard. Like now I'm staying as a mayor.
And while she didn't win, the result at the poll told an interesting story, despite a low voter turnout. Apart from
Let me see the results. What 25 current result 2023 DA 62 ANC. Where's EFF? EFF, oh my god, 210 Alpha Plus don't vote, man. The party that cares a lot. There is a thing about it.
The Freedom Front Plus, the EFF was the only party to show growth and almost tripled their vote.
Service delivery doesn't.
So, let's hope the Wi-Fi is back because it was too slow.
Difference is here that it's more open and violent. I went to a private school with mostly white kids, and this thing happened all over. We had parties where we didn't, black kids only hung out with each other. It's a violent space to grow up in this country. Nothing has changed. It's only gotten worse in the past 30 years. And today I think we want to have that confrontation with these whites.
Let's see this comment. This guy is fighting, yeah? Young men have a point. This guy was paid going on videos. His ways are not from script. And this is where South Africa is in, because this guy is not just a betrayal, choosing stand against his own race. I don't know, he speak his personal experience, because everyone is allowed to speak your personal experience, so it's very experienced. And there's nothing wrong about that. There's nothing wrong like speaking your personal experience you once experienced. There's nothing wrong with that. To say like you stand and speak about your experience.
So these private security guys standing there with their guns, they're threatening us. The PPA has been threatening us. Island state to live in. And today, I think it's time we fight back. I'm standing in solidarity with the EFF and Black Land First, and we're standing against the Cape Party and the DA.
I want to mention this young man you see here is a EFF member. Remember the video, the title of the video is like, this guy is a member of DA. No, EFF and shoulders. Like my mind is not there, my mind is thinking about food, because since the morning I've been working. What time is it now? To break. Not taking any break, man. I must be.
White supremacy, and we're here to start the conversation about transferring the generational wealth and land over to the population of Azania.
Are you a member of the EFF?
Since I've been 18 years old, I've been a member here.
What is it about the EFF that has attracted you?
It's just their message. It's frankly come too late.
Definitely. EFF, the message. The message EFF gives you, it gives life. You know? When I listen to EFF, like the message they give you is a life message. Powerful message. I don't blame him when he said like what attracted him to join EFF is a message they give to people. They're carrying the show to people. They're fighting corruption. Into government, we all see it. When you watch the parliament, you see EFF always question the president, always question everyone who do wrong things that are not accepted.
The message of transferring the generational wealth that has been stolen The property that exists in expensive white areas in this country needs to be transferred, and they're speaking about that. No other party is speaking about that. The ANC is a neoliberal centrist organization. They're not interested in doing any of this. The EFF has spoken, something we all feel, we all talk about as young people.
Wow. Bravo. Is it like other parts don't talk about the land? Land must return to those who have been stolen, who've been forcefully removed. You see black people struggling because of apartheid. You see, so this situation either win, either lose. But EFF, you want everyone to be equal. He's saying that. He said like you want everyone to be equal in this country. That's why he's standing this young man, speaking his mind, speaking what he's seeing, speaking everyone in South Africa is seeing, but they're afraid to talk. But his stand is a bravery to say, no, I'm with EFF. What he's saying is the truth.
What is your message to young people in South Africa, and especially?
We are holding on to our parents' money and our parents' land. We need to hand it over as quick as humanly possible. There was not healing in '94. There needs to be mass healing and reparations in this country, and it's up to us white people to transfer that wealth and that power. And I'm trying to rectify the situation here.
This guy is an EFF member, and what is talking about, man? He's talking about the facts, you know. He's talking about the historical injustice that always Ramaphosa called to promise black people are going to get their land back. He's talking about those things like in this country, this is what happened in the past. And us as a white young, we should hand over those things and work so hard to get them back. You understand? To be fairly, to say like, for example, the Chinese who arrive this side, the Chinese who arrive in South Africa, you need to start from the scratch, or this guy come with the money to open a business. He win fairly. He didn't kill people, he didn't forcefully remove people from their own land. But based on their forefathers, they've done those kind of activities. Right? And he noticed like their forefathers, they made mistake, they removed. But I don't want to be judged based on my forefathers. Based on apartheid. But what is happening is let's hand over the land, let's hand over whatever happened to black people as the youth. Powerful statement, my brother. You spoke about powerful statement.
Yeah, we need to transfer the generational wealth and land to the disenfranchised people of this country. I think they yearn for apartheid. I think they use neighborhood WhatsApp groups and PPA and private security to uphold apartheid in their neighborhoods. This exists in every single white neighborhood in this country. The difference is that in Brackenfell it's more potent and violent.
What do you think? Do you think the EFF is justified to come here?
I think like the only this thing white men just do, what other they don't do. You will go out, ne? This boy, a white African EFF member, he's go outside, he studied the behavior of white people and the behavior of black people. He measured. And he said like whatever Julius Malema is saying is truth. And Julius Malema have no problem with whites. He loves whites. We all love everyone, they know South African love whites. They know South African love whites. So he went there outside, he checked the behavior, he checked the struggle, and he came to continue to say like, no guys, no, why can we live like this? Others are struggling. And then he come to the world, because now I'm just reacting. You're just ending on his words. Me, I'm just a reactor. He come and he said like,
To be taking these protests to Clifton and Houghton Park, where the 20 million rand houses are. Okay, I think Brackenfell, there's not enough money here. These poor whites are bored with their life. We need to take it. We need to take it where the rich people have money and they're still making money off that land, which is all generational wealth passed down from their parents.
I just mean you. Like there must be procedures for like there's not like we're going to chase people out. And it's not like that. There must be procedure they followed, and the government, ANC government, still busy working on those policies and procedure must be followed. And Ramaphosa once said like the procedure they're taking can take 7 years, 10 years. You understand? It won't be. They don't want to be like what happened during apartheid, forcefully remove people from their own land. They don't want that. They want to do things with procedures, legally and with love, and make them to understand historical injustice has never happened and it must happen. You understand? Because of if after 22 years, there are people like me, there are parties like EFF, there are parties like Mkondo Wesizwe, ANC, other people still talking about the land. It's like this topic is endless topic. And this topic must be attended. This topic is a topic that it cannot be run. It cannot run off. And it's going to be so painful because of there are whites who came here and working for themselves, open the business and buy those lands. So like when they're busy delaying the process, it's going to be like something I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
The wounds of apartheid. I haven't met in any DA government body to solve any situation.
Man. Man, hold on. That man said like in South Africa there's no white but like it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's so beautiful, man, and to see things like this and happening, which is like it give hope and to be willing to work together to build this country and fix the mistake that happens to our forefathers. They express a bad thing and to what your forefathers have done to us, but it's a thing that we must focus on and fix it. But like now, we're getting to the last video. Then after this video, the thing will be closed, but educational at the same time. And so we can't run from the truth. There's a thing about the truth. You can't run from the truth. You can't run from the truth. You can do what you want to do. But to run from the truth, you can't do that. You will need to face the truth at some point. At some point, you need to face the truth. Whether the truth is so painful, whether the truth is what, but at some point you need to face the truth. And the truth is the only way to save our country. We all know that. Busy promoting EFF to say like we are all one stuff and must protect this country, must not allow information to affect our country. But it's already did with USA because of Trump didn't come, G20 didn't come, and he said he said like he don't want and he said like he don't want Trump said like he don't want South Africa to come to G20. That will be held in Miami.
South Africans to speak out and acknowledge the truth about inequality in South Africa, highlighting how white South Africans
This person is the only one who faces the truth. Is the only one who's going to change this country. Julius Malema. This person.
Listen to a lady talking about inequality in South Africa in the next slide, and let us know of your take regarding this. And that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again in the next update.
And he said like, please share something, comment on something, say something. You understand? That's where we build the economy, we build the page. Say something. On that comment section.
And also, in case you don't know this, ek is Afrikaans. Ek is 'n boerekind. So I am the exact demographic that you are claiming needs to be protected. The rights of the minority in South Africa is not in danger.
We need people like this. We need people like this. Yeah?
This fear that white people, particularly white Afrikaans people, have is that Black people will do unto us as we did to them. But we still have the majority of the power in South Africa.
Yeah, just kind of like, they're not there, you know. Black people are not there. They wake up in the morning trying to live, having friendship, having beautiful things together. We're not there. We are not there, man. I don't know. We are not there at all.
Africa. And the thing is, once people, hey, maybe we should rectify some of these things instead of just pretending that it's all over and going, you know what, I am privileged. The fight's over.
Like you said that Wi-Fi, this. You say you must acknowledge, say like, yes, man, I'm privileged, I have money. I benefited from a, not me.
Once things are rectified, there's no need to infringe on the rights of others. The reason that we are still talking about this, and the reason that white people are so afraid of Black people taking vengeance, is because white people
Things are not being fixed yet. Things are not being fixed yet. Things are not being fixed yet. So like the sooner, because of even Ramaphosa said it like change will happen. We said, but then like this plan is long. This strategy you mentioned in Parliament. This one, yes. I'm like this. Say you all know, like he's saying something about the land, right? It's not like I just think it will happen, but I will take the strategy is using. I don't know which kind of strategy is using, but you say like the strategy is using like because of the land is going to benefit the everyone in this country. But if you know, like when you're being forcefully removed and you know something like that, I heard someone mention something like that. Yeah, man, it's something like that. But it's a thing of like the sooner the better. You understand? And stop talking about this, like what the lady mentioned. We are still talking about this because of it's not fixed yet. If it was being fixed, we won't be here talking about this thing. If it was being fixed, you'll never be here talking about, hey, what happened during our sister, what happened during apartheid. You'll be past because everyone will be happy and equal.
But they're also scared of things being fixed because they'll lose their privilege. You're not afraid of your rights being taken away. You are afraid of
the tech legend who's been right about everything.
Wow. So like, thanks guys. I want to thank you. Thanks for watching me. I love you so much. Stay tuned.